What up, though? It's been a minute. It's good to see you. How are you? It's a lot going on outside, right? I have quite a few things floating in the old noggin, you know. I think I'm going to get into some of them. I think, therefore, I am. Let me prove it. So, like, most of us have come to understand that Christ is a consciousness or an energy, right? Rather than a human being. Okay. So things like in terms of end times and as spoken about in Revelations, the body of Christ starts to take on a more meaningful meaning, being a part of the all, the body of Christ, the anointed, the illuminated, the consciousness of oneness, crown chakra stuff, right? And most of us, I'm going to assume, stopped the decoding there, but we're going to take it a little bit further because of the world and how things are playing out. And so something occurred to me, and I'm going to make a record of it here just in case someone else needs it. So we talk about Christ energy as a consciousness, okay, which will automatically, using Hermetic principles to do the math, let us know that antichrist or antichristic, let's use that word, energy would be one, an energy, not a person, right? And it would be anything that keeps us from the consciousness of oneness, right? And so that takes a lot of the spookiness out of terms like Antichrist, because it's no longer an embodiment of evil, the offspring of an adversary down here single-handedly wreaking havoc. Okay. I can feel that in my body. Excuse me while I move you. Okay, so why is that important? Why are we taking time to remember that Christ is an energy, so therefore anti-Christic forces would also have to be an energy? Why is that important? Because and it's hard to know where you're going when you don't know where you're at, and when you can't tell the time by your watch or your calendar. It's important to be able to tell the time through the signs and symbols and sequences of events that's happening around you. I'm gonna let you in on, I don't know, one of my guilty pleasures, I suppose. Um, I do what I like to call star watching, stargazing, right? Now let me explain what that is. I live in a city, so looking up at the sky and seeing a sky full of stars isn't really a reality anymore. I haven't seen a sky full of stars since I was a child. Um, yeah, I'm sure everybody's still where they're supposed to be, so to speak. But and then in the modern day with chemtrails and weather manipulation and such, whenever there are major celestial events, I find myself in a place where I can't really observe them with my eyes. And so I've learned how to observe them with my spirit, right? Because oneness, right? If the moon is doing something cute, I'm going to see it. If not see it, feel it. You know what I mean? So that's where your relationship with these planetary bodies um, come in. So that's not what I mean when I say stargazing. When I say stargazing, I mean observing celebrities. I know, right? But we all do it, whether you mean to or not. Some sort of celebrity, something is going to come across your focus because social media, because other people, because gossip, right? What I do when oh, it's a bird. Focus, honey. It's a very pretty bird. It has a yellow belly. I think it's a chickadee. It's really cute. They fly really, really fast. They're so tiny. Chaos, chaos. Metamorphosis. Okay, so yeah, celebrity gossip, stargazing, as I call it. I tend to indulge quite a bit in the goings on in Hollywood and such. Um, I tend to use mm, tarot card symbology, dream interpretation, wisdom, and a few different systems of astrology to not just see a celebrity. Oh, etymology of names, things of that nature. I tend to use these things and observe celebrities to get a deeper understanding of what is going on with me, what is going on celestially. Um, so much of that. Okay, where are we going with this? Why am I telling you these things? Because to look at the external world, the illusion of that, without understanding how that applies to you is not dangerous. It's irresponsible. It's not doing your paperwork. You got to do the work and things, right? And it is important to be able to use what is meant to distract you from yourself. It's important to be able to use those energies and redirect it for yourself, for your personal development and manifestations, right? Right. The thing that I've noticed in recent days, and I'm not going to mention any celebrity names here because I'm just not going to. It's really easy for us to observe these celebrities, and because they are so far removed from what we would consider an everyday person, or it's really easy to sit up on high and be judge, jury, and executioner. It is very easy to sit in a place far removed and forget the fundamental workings of being a part of Christ, a part of the whole. Shameless plug. My Instagram is Sweet Holy Honey, SUITE, Holy Honey at Gmail. Come check me out. A lot goes on in that room. Uh, it's really easy to fall into a place where you forget that you are looking in a mirror. Whether, what kind of mirror that is does not matter. Um, yeah, the observation is no different from the observer. So when you look at a celebrity and the judgments that you pass, it's actually judgments of self. All of the wickedness and evilness that you see when you observe these stars, the wickedness that is, I'm going to say, very thinly being held at bay within you. It's really easy to fall into a place where we are judge, jury, and executioner. I'm reminded of something that you will never see a pair of eyes of someone who God does not love. You will never see a pair of eyes of a person who doesn't have a right to exist. You'll never see a pair of eyes of someone who doesn't have a mother. You know, we forget these things. We forget that we are one. We forget that we are just observing ourselves. These are some very interesting times we're living in. Very interesting indeed. And I'm watching my peers fall away. I'm watching the fear spread. I'm watching lessons be forgotten. I have feelings about that, I suppose, judging by my body's reaction to it. I have feelings about that. In the world, not of it. It's important that we remember who we are and what we're doing, especially considering the fact the world has no idea who they are and what they're doing. The God within me remembers who I am and what I'm doing. Yep.